is preparing this week to come down here and beat our butt. I know they're going to travel down here with that goal in mind, and we're going to have to be at our best to make sure that does not happen. But yeah, that's always a concern. But this team is special in a lot of ways, and I haven't sensed a letdown at any point this season. They enjoy Saturday. They enjoy playing ball with their teammates. It's Jack's ball. That's kind of the motto right now, and they just love whether regardless of the position or whatever. They have fun doing what they do. They have fun playing this game, and from a coaching standpoint, that is incredibly special to see a group of players that go out there, and many of them still approach it like they probably did when they were 9, 10, 11 years old, and going out there. They have fun every practice. There's laughter. There's a camaraderie. There's a sense of togetherness that I think makes this group special, and it's one of the reasons we're having the success that we've had.
Coach, 2012, well on your way to another championship. I think it was up 28-0 at Simon Fraser. Strangest game I've seen in your coaching career, at least. It got away from you guys. How can guys who maybe play in that game use that to take notice that there are no givens on Saturdays?
That's exactly right. We went up to Simon Fraser, and we had a one-game lead with 2 to play for the conference championship. And much like this week, we win and we clinch at least a tie. And we're up, I think it was 24-0 late in the second quarter on just a miserable weather day. I remember you could not broadcast from the press box because you couldn't see the field. You had to come down on the field with all the fog. And then we give up a touchdown, the last play of the first half, and go in 24-7, something like that. And then come out and just, unfortunately, we were a different football team in a negative way in the second half, and credit to Simon Fraser. They took advantage of our mistakes, got right back into this game, and gave us one of our more disappointing defeats, certainly in the 8 years that we've been here. We remember that. We remember that they were the opening opponent in 2013 here, and gave us a defeat, and we had a number of injuries throughout the game that ultimately led us on a path of having the season that we've talked about. So again, there's always motivation in what we do. But the motivation that is most important is that self-motivation that each player needs to have to come ready to do their job on Saturday. And we've shown that when we prepare properly and we have that self-motivation, that we can be a very solid football team. And if we don't, if things change, then the outcomes will also change, and that's not what we want.
How were you guys successful playing at 1 o'clock last week, and did you learn anything or take some things being another 1 o'clock game, or is it just a time?
I think players enjoy that. I think they like, especially when we're on the road, get up, have breakfast, which is now your pregame meal, and get taped and let's go to the stadium. Just let's get this thing going. A lot of times when you're on the road and you're sitting around a hotel, that's difficult on players. And certainly as coaches, we try to fill up the day with meetings and things like this. The kids just want to play. They just want to get out there and play. So again, a 1 o'clock kickoff where you're able to do that. Again, get up, have your pregame meal, do your taping, and boom, you're in the locker room, getting things ready to go. I think the players prefer that. In some cases, certainly when they're on the road, I think they prefer that. And it'll be fun. Again, this time of year is so spectacular weather-wise here to have, it looks like the forecast for Saturday is good. To play a day game here, I've always thought was special, just because it's different, because we normally play with a 6 p.m. kickoff. So, again, we'll be ready to go. Our schedule will adjust accordingly to that, but hopefully a large crowd again, and great excitement with what this team has done and what this team potentially can still accomplish.
Final question for me, Coach. You can play psychologist for us here. It is so tough to win on the road, like in Ellensburg. There's some sort of negative flow. Then what on the flip side is that positive that energizes you guys when you're in the Redwood Bowl to make it easier to win games?
Oh, it's just, we take great pride in that. And I think it really is a matter of pride that, hey, we're at home and we're going to defend our home. This is our house. All the cliches that you see out there. But again, we know that we're going to have that crowd behind us. We know that we're going to have the chainsaw gang in each end zone. And our players love that response that we get from the chainsaw gang, from the crowd, that home. We take great pride in that. We really do. And so just like we talk about going to Ellensburg and how difficult that place has been for us to be successful, we want the Redwood Bowl for our opponents to be the same thing, to be a very, very difficult place where they look at it and say, man, we've got to go down there and we've got to play that football team. That's a tough, tough task. And so I think we're developing that. Undefeated at the Redwood Bowl in 2014 last year, and undefeated thus far this year. And let's hope